It's time to predict the second legs of the League One playoff semi-finals. Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we are taking another look at the League One playoffs as we've now got the second legs to predict after some really interesting first legs that we will talk about, of course, today. Before we get into the video, of course, always share your predictions down below. Let me know how you think it's going to play out between Bolton and Barnsley and Peterborough United and Oxford United. Get your predictions for the games down below. Once again, make sure to hit the like button. We'll go for 555 likes on this one. Hit that thumbs up button. It's free to do. We can definitely do that. Drop a like and subscribe. Once again, if you haven't already subscribed, it's free to do. Get involved. You'll see all of our content as it goes out, and it massively helps me out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I must also point out that we will be live streaming these games on the channel on Tuesday and Wednesday, so do join us for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you see that as well. And let's get into the predictions. Let's start by going straight away to Bolton. Bolton Wanderers host Barnsley, and the home team have a 3-1 advantage after a brilliant win at Oakwell on Friday night. It was a fantastic result. Let's talk about it. I thought this game at Oakwell would be close. Now, my initial feeling over the two legs was that Bolton would get through. I'm not saying that they're through yet, of course, we have got a second leg to come to, but my prediction for the first leg was a 1-1 draw. These two did draw with each other twice in the League One campaign this season, and to me, I thought there wouldn't be a lot between it in the first leg, and I always think it's important just to stay in the game in the first leg, whether you're the home or away team, but Bolton ripped up that script and picked up a 3-1 win. Bolton went 2-0 up through Dion Charles getting a brace, and we did highlight him as the danger man, of course, with the goals to game ratio he's got this season. He's been absolutely fantastic. Barnsley do get themselves back into the game with a goal through Cosgrove, but what really could be crucial going into this second leg is that third goal for Bolton to give them that 2-goal advantage. And what a weird goal as well, Randell Williams scoring directly from the corner. If he meant it, then fair play to him, but I personally sometimes struggle to believe people are actually shooting from corners. Maybe you can say that someone's whipping it in with pace and hoping that it might just take a nick off someone and go in, but yeah, he certainly caused a panic in the box, and that goal right at the end has maybe just taken this a little bit out of Barnsley's reach. Well, the Barnsley fans will be hoping I'm wrong about that, and I think they've still got every chance of coming back into this. The problem is Bolton have obviously been very good this season, and Barnsley's form right now from the last few games of the season as well is not at its best, but in a one-off game anything can happen, and as we've highlighted with Barnsley before, they're a team that know how to push for promotion. They're a club that have been in the playoffs before. They're a team that have won the League One playoffs before, albeit that was some years ago now. This is interesting. I feel like Barnsley have got to go for it, so the game will be open. Bolton can maybe sit off and try and counter-attack them and pick them off on the counter. So I think there's going to be goals. I think Barnsley will leave themselves open, and the problem is if they concede one, then they need to go out and get 3 or 4 goals. So Barnsley are going to have to be pretty faultless at the back and going forwards. But in the League One playoffs, we've seen crazy comebacks before, and of course we've highlighted the Sheffield Wednesday Peterborough game. Was that a one-off, or will that be repeated? It is only 2 goals to come back from, and I don't think that is game over, but I'd say it's like 50% game over for me. I'm at a point where I think Barnsley are going to have to do something really important, at least in the first half, otherwise it's a real uphill challenge. My prediction for this game, I think Barnsley are going to score. I think they've got to go for it. There'll be thousands of Tykes fans making the journey. But if Bolton get the first goal, or even just pull one back immediately after Barnsley have gone 1 up, then it's an uphill struggle. And I think despite Bolton maybe being the team that could be a little bit more reserved, even though I think they should still go for it in a sense, I think they're going to win again. I think they are. I can't really see past Bolton here. I'm happy to be proven wrong. If you're a Barnsley fan, I've got nothing against you, but I do think Bolton will get the job done. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the home team, which would be a 5-2 win on aggregate. I do think the game will have to be open for Barnsley to get anything out of it. That's my prediction. Share your thoughts down below. I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I do think Bolton will get the job done and get their place at Wembley, and will be potentially 90 minutes or 120 minutes away from a return to the Championship. Next up then, and we go to Peterborough United versus Oxford United, and I do think this one is very delicately poised. I'm pleased to say my prediction from the first leg was semi-right. I thought Oxford would win 2-1, and they won 1-0 through an Elliot Moore goal. It was a good headed goal. The defending may be a little bit questionable, but I thought Oxford United played quite well. They weathered the storm, and yeah, a good result for them. I thought they would win the first leg. As we saw from the two games when these two faced off in League One, home advantage does seem to be key. Oxford smashed Peterborough United at home. Peterborough smashed Oxford when they were at home. So are we now expecting to see a Peterborough win? They're going to have to go for it. What I did say when I did my original prediction for the first leg is that I think Oxford United will win, which they did, but I also said it will be nowhere near game over, which also looks to be true. And my gut feeling before that first leg, and even after that first leg, is that Peterborough United will get back into it in the second leg. Now, can Peterborough United take some inspiration from what happened to them last season against Sheffield Wednesday? Well, I think they can. They've got plenty of great attacking players, so it does suit them to go out and attack and get back into this, and they've got to make it an intimidating atmosphere. The Peterborough United fans will certainly be up for this. They know that they're certainly not out of this. They've been good in knockout competitions this season, as we saw, getting to the Bristol Street Motors final and winning it. They'll be hoping to get back to Wembley, but Oxford United have got a real chance as well here. Do you know what? My prediction here is an interesting one. I think Peterborough United are going to win 1-0 on the night, but I'm going to go for Oxford United to get through on penalties. I think it's going to be a really close one over the two legs put together, but I just have a feeling Oxford United might just be able to squeeze through. Ultimately, if it does go to penalties, as we all know, anything can happen, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get to that and either of them get through. Peterborough do have the home advantage, so if there is a penalty shootout, maybe their fans can make the difference, but I am going to go for Oxford United. I've just had a funny feeling watching these four teams over the last final stretch of the League One campaign that I thought it would be a Bolton Wanderers Oxford United final, and that's what I've gone for here. I'm sorry to the Peterborough United fans. I hope you're not too offended. As you know, it's just a prediction. You're absolutely within your rights to share your predictions down below and say that Peterborough are going to get through, but I do think it will be a Bolton Oxford final. Definitely share your thoughts down below. We're going to be back to predict the League One playoff final when we get to that in another week's time. Honestly, it's really, really delicately poised, this game in particular between Oxford United and Peterborough. So definitely let me know your thoughts. I'm really excited to watch these two games. Like I say, guys, that is it then. That's my predictions for the second legs. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we get any combination in the final now. We all know how bonkers League One can be, and we have become quite familiar with interesting stories unfolding and heroic comebacks. So let's just wait and see. As I say, I will be live streaming the two games on the channel on Tuesday and Wednesday, so definitely join us for that. Once again, like I said, make sure your predictions are down in the comments. If we agree or disagree, that's absolutely fine. Let's just not be hostile about it. Just get your thoughts down below and let me know why you think you might be right, and we'll see who is right in next week's video. That's it for now, guys. Make sure you've dropped a like, make sure you have subscribed. I will see you in the next video. Take care, peace out.